This is Tristan, the bow tie toy guy. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm in Cincinnati, Ohio on a road trip, and I drove past a flea market I've never been to before, so I decided to stop. It's called Markets at Pleasant Treasures Flea Market. Let's go inside and see what they have. At the end, I will show you anything I potentially pick up. Please subscribe to the channel if you enjoy watching toy hunting videos, and let's get started. Of course, as it is with most flea markets now, there were several vendors with Funko Pop vinyl figures. Now we get to the reason for the season. This particular vendor had a ton of vintage toys, not just vintage Barbie, but also vintage action figures. He was actually there today, so I had a wonderful conversation with him and was able to sort of wheel and deal. He had a wonderful selection of mint in box vintage 90s Barbies. The gown on this colonial Barbie is really pretty. I love that this vintage party time Barbie comes with a watch. That is so a thing of the past now for a doll to have an accessory like that, like an add-on. Look how cute this Barbie Fun Phone Center is from the Pink Sparkles Furniture Collection. Do any of you have these vintage furniture pieces in your collections? Let me know in the comments down below. He even had a vintage Disney's The Hunchback of Notre Dame doll. As it is with most flea markets, it's definitely an adventure because every vendor has like a variety. It's sort of like a giant garage sale. So, most of it's not toys. When you go to a flea market, it's clothing, bedding, Halloween decorations, a little bit of everything, but it's definitely a treasure hunt to see what you can find. You often find vintage Playmates Star Trek figures at flea markets as well. Have any of you picked up these Mermaze Mermaidz dolls? I think they're gorgeous, but I'm trying not to get into any other doll lines beyond what I already collect. I love looking through VHS tapes at flea markets. This vendor also had some celebrity dolls of Cody Simpson, and I think that's Joe Jonas from Camp Rock. This vendor had vintage Street Fighter G.I. Joe figures, as well as a good selection of Smurfs PVC minifigures. I am back from checking out the flea market. I'm glad I stopped at it. I love finding little places as I'm driving around to go to shows. I went to a doll show today and then drove past this flea market and decided to stop. You never know what you're going to find. It was small, but it packed a punch. So let me show you my haul. I found two things, both of them vintage, and I got a great deal on them. I paid $10 each. So I found a mint in box Barbie Fun Phone Center. This was released in, this has to be 90s because of the coloring of the box. It was released in 1990 exactly, so hopefully you'll be able to see it. It was a part of the Pink Sparkles furniture collection. And the box is in great condition. The little lamp lights up, the phone rings, it works off of batteries, and it also talks. That's adorable. I'm going to put this in one of my doll dioramas. This is the back of the box. It shows some of the other furniture pieces. There's a bed, there's a dresser, there's also a vanity in this collection. For $10, that was an absolute steal. You know, the box is not in bad condition. I'm going to open it and display it in a diorama, but really, really adorable. So I found that. And then at the doll show, there is a separate video on my channel. I'll leave a link in the description down below, as well as at the end of this, you can click on it. At the doll show, I saw this mint in box astronaut Barbie for a much higher price. I got this for $10 as well. He wanted $15 and I talked him down to $10. This was released in 1994. The box is not in great condition, but I am going to open her anyway, so I don't want to pay a high price tag when I'm going to open a doll. But she is super adorable. You know, classic 90s Barbie. She comes with a bunch of accessories in her little space suit. She even has a Barbie flag where she can plant her flag on the moon. This is from the Career Collection. So I picked her up, like I said, for $10. And that is everything I found. That is a really cute little flea market. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought of it. Please subscribe to the channel and thank you for watching.